turn, I don't think. But that's still hour 45 or so. Alright, wonderful, let's go. I need to, let me just refresh it, see if that fixes it. Yeah, that's right. No, okay, we just got the request OC map. That's fine. Yeah, I remember that. Alright. Let out a great big yawn. It was like morning had arrived just as I got to sleep. As Mum set up breakfast, she gave me a pained smile. What's the matter, Keiichi? What time did you go to sleep last night? Well, I wanted to go to sleep at midnight, but I had some trouble with that. Yeah, I wonder why. You were probably all worked up from the festival. Yeah, it was really fun watching Rika dance. You got all worked up. No, that's not what I mean, Mum. Jesus. I crunched down hard on the pick. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that poor soul. Having to eat pickled radish for breakfast. My God. After all that happened yesterday and our discussion about the sound Shion heard, that banging noise like a child far away jumping up and down on a wooden floor, the story wouldn't get out of my head, so I had trouble sleeping. Oh yeah, it was that as well. Apart from like the whole creepy torture dungeon. Yeah. It was a long night, and I kept jumping at the slight sounds of faraway tree branches, which should have been either unhearable or too insignificant to notice. Yeah, I've been there, done that, mate. When I woke up to the morning sunlight and birds chirping, it made me feel pretty ashamed about it, but I felt far from refreshed this morning. Features. Keiichi-kun, good morning. Oh my God, my throat just died. What? Holy shit. Huh? Keiichi-kun, your eyes all red. Why is that? Why? Oh, hey, good morning. I didn't get much sleep last night. I love how the voice I'm giving him now is just like my normal talking voice. His like dead state. It's just how I talk. So I'm sleep deprived today. Insert yawn here. The festival yesterday was a lot of fun. Raina's excitement took a long time to go to sleep, so I took a long time. Oh, okay. She's personifying her excitement. I was very confused for a second. So I took a long time to sleep too. Oh, fuck. I hate her repeating. Oh, thanks. I'm just gonna, like, exit Origin because that's a thing apparently that pops up. Okay, thanks. Sigh. Can I have both of them open, or are you just gonna be a cunt? Alright. Self-insert complete, yep. They should have this kind of festival more often so we can have lots of fun together. How? Sure. Sure, whatever you say. We had to talk about the festival yesterday. Made me remember everything I had nearly forgotten from last night. Instantly forgotten just from the sight of her. From an annoying, weird girl. The inside of the ritual storehouse had been so utterly different from the relaxed, bright, everyday life of Hinamizawa. All those stories that Takano-san told me too. The mysterious incidents that occurred on the day of the Watanagashi festival every year. The strange incidents where one person would die and one would disappear. The old stories of Hinamizawa flickering like a candle behind them. The numerous and horrifying traditions of Onagafuchi village. The villages with demon blood in them. The terrible cannibalistic feasts. The poor sacrifices kidnapped from human villages. Victims of the Onagakushi. To quell the rage of Orishiro-sama, the ritual involving living sacrifices, there was also many, many others. There were so many stories that just remember them put me in a foul mood. Most of them weren't fiction either, they were true. We didn't need to fear them just because they were real though, since it all happened so long ago, such a very long time ago. Like last night, so long ago. Where's Michan? She's late. Huh? Before I realised it, we had arrived at the place we'd usually meet up with Mion, probably because I was so lost in thought. We agreed that if she isn't here by now, we can just go on ahead, right? Should we? Mion being late wasn't too rare an occurrence, but today she was unusually late. I didn't collect that. A few of the ominous tales from the night before came back to life in my mind again. Who would die this year and who would disappear? Take a drink every time they say this line. It couldn't have been Mion. What should we do, Keiichi-kun? If we get going, we'll be late. Or if we don't get going, we'll be late. But also, if we do get going, we'll be late. She'll be here. She didn't call to tell us that she'd be staying home today, right? Let's just wait 5 more minutes, okay? I want to get to school, Keiji. Raina looked at her watch and seemed a little worried, but then she nodded with a satisfied smile. If we had to wait 5 minutes, we'd have to run as fast as we could to get to school. We'd be late. Nah, fuck this bitch. Let's just go. Oh, what a twist. And Mion can't die. She already died. People don't die twice. Man, I watched that clip at work when I was on my break and I was like, lost my shit. As soon as I thought that, we spotted Mion running towards us, out of breath. Mi-chan, you're late. You waited? You should have just gone on ahead. Mion was breathing heavily and her face was all red. Oh, what have you been doing, Mion? It's so early in the morning. Her house was right down this road, wasn't it? It wasn't far enough away for her to end up like this, was it? Wait, they don't even know where she lives? Okay. Mi-chan, are you not feeling well? Huh? Now that she mentioned it, Reina pushed Mion's bangs away Mion's bangs away and put her hand to her forehead. Reina, your hand's pretty cold. Oh, it's getting lewd. Forehead touching? Oh boy. Mi-chan, you're a little bit warm. It's no big deal. Give it half a day and I'll be fit as a fiddle. Are you really okay? You don't have to push yourself, you know? What's this, Kei-chan? Are you worried? Oh, that was him. What's this, Kei-chan? Are you worried about me? Ah, that's nice of you. That answer wasn't like Mion at all. Maybe it's Shion in disguise. We'd never guess. Not this far in. She must have had it pretty bad. She have back problems or something. I just think you shouldn't push yourself so hard. We can tell the teacher you have to take the day off. I thought Dad had said that. I'm like, what? And then I realized it was Papa. I'm like, oh, okay, I see where you're going with this. I'm fine. I took some medicine. I think it's already working. Mion forced an energetic expression onto her face and flexed her biceps. Oh god. Okay, then let's go. Don't overdo it, but of course there's the time. Come on, get going. God damn it. Well, we need to run or we won't make it. This morning sure is this is a thrilling morning for them. Oh god, they must have a really shit life. Maybe it's just what I need to shake off this slowness. Let's run. Hey, wait, you're sick. Don't go overboard. Mion began to run vigorously away. Mi-chan is older than us, right? She knows her own body better than anyone. I thought... Was she the one that was older? I thought... Oh yeah, she was the one that was older, but we were teaching her in class. Yeah, that was it. I decided to leave it at that and assume she was fine. Great then we should get going too. We began to run after Mion. Creepy. The sink returns. The school looked the same as always. The hours passed listlessly and my lack of sleep took its toll. I'm quite glad there's not too many scenes in the classroom. That got really okay, see it, Batman. Yeah, I'm glad there's not too many scenes in the classroom. They were kind of boring. Although, as I said, this will probably be the classroom scene. There was a sport where people competed by sleep, and I'd be world champion by now. I'm sure you wouldn't, but I like your enthusiasm. The trick to overcoming this sort of dangerous situation was to hold your pencil upside down. What? Why, you ask? So you don't draw strange patterns all over your notes while half asleep. Fair enough. If you were holding your pencil upside down, then that wouldn't happen, would it? Well, if you're like a poor kid and you can only afford one pencil, then you sharpen both ends. So it could still happen. Something that felt like an eraser hit me in the head 6 times. Ah, what is that for, Satoru? Come on, an eraser does not hurt. He's a little bitch. Where'd Magish go? Oh, he's away. What happened to Magish? I haven't done a single thing. Who else would play a prank on me like this? It's throwing rubbers at people while pranking out. Okay. Oh, it's chalk, not an eraser. Oh, that makes it fine then. That hurts even less. God, Keiji's such a bitch. Behind me, like a female outlaw might hold razors, was the teacher's shadow holding 3 pieces of chalk in your hand. Oh my god, it was the teacher. My Birkin. Go and wash your face. Right. Gladly. What? Oh, okay. I think she just needs to wake you up. I thought he had like pen on his face or something. Like before. That alone was enough to wake me up. But I flew out into the hallway as I shoved out by the pressure exuded by the teacher's sheer power. Oh my god, yes. If I was going to wash my face anyway, then I would rather use the sinks out front rather than the ones in the dark restroom. Thinking that, I left the hallway and went to the entrance. Oh, out the front rather than the ones in the dark restroom. All the ones you walked past. Okay. The sunlight was strong. So strong you wouldn't think it was June. What? Is that not the time that sun is usually brightest? I turned the faucet and with the lifeless bubbling noise, lukewarm water came pouring out. That's gross. If I let it run for a few moments, would it get cold? I looked at it absent-mindedly for a little while. I knew you'd choose these things, Kei-chan. The ones out front just feel better, don't they? Mion? No cutting class now, says you. I stuck my hands into the water to find it had already gotten so cold that it seemed strange it had ever been warm. I scooped it up and splashed it against my face. Once I was done, I moved out of the way and Mion did the same. Mion, how's your cold doing? You're sleepy because of the medicine, not the lack of sleep, right? Actually, this is a secret. But after the festival yesterday, I got wrapped up in the party my relatives were having. Was it a torture party? Oh my god, it was a corpse party. That's what it was. It all links together. And well, I had a bit. She made a gesture like she was tilting a cup into her mouth. Okay, she's hungover, which means she didn't have a cold or anything. You hungover? How old are you? God damn, yeah. Give me a break. I really don't feel well, you know. I suppose you'd be feeling lousy either way. Still, you treat colds and hangovers in completely different ways. I was worried over nothing. Man, I guess that's just like you, Mia. That's the problem of doing festivals at Sunday nights. You got school the next day. Mia scratched her head, a little embarrassed. She didn't seem to be feeling well, but now that I knew it was a hangover, I didn't eat way too much. Yeah, she'd go screw herself. It wouldn't go away with time after all. Oh, but my head is really pounding, so the teacher told me I should go home early. Wow. Ah, you cheater. So you are going home now, Mia. Now that I looked again, Mia had her bag with her. She must have been on her way home. That's what she just said. Yep, I feel bad about it though. I get some busters at home like a good girl, so I can't make it to the club. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know if that will happen. We have that unspoken rule where we don't do the club unless everyone is there, don't we? We never did it when you had to go to your part-time job, did we? Mion laughed royally, saying we didn't need to worry about her. No matter how far we had, though, I think that feeling guilty about friends who can't share in the sign is the sign of a really fantastic friendship. In that sense, the club Mion had created is a wonderful thing. I suppose we were talking too much. If I didn't get back to the classroom soon, I could get in trouble. Okay, later. I'm going back. Be careful on your way home. Oh my god, why do I keep clicking that? Don't wobble into a sewer foot. Got it. I left it at that, turned around and started heading back to the classroom. Oh, one more thing, Kei-chan. Mion stopped me and I turned my head to listen. What's up? Okay, this is definitely the line. This may sound weird, but don't think too hard about it. Well, that depends on what it is. Last night, near the end of the festival, did you see Tomitake-san or Takano-san anywhere? I suddenly tensed up. You know Tomitake-san and Takano-san, right? You remember, Kei-chan? When the four of you were talking during setup the day before. Yeah, I don't know who they are. If I could, I wanted to forget about sneaking into the storehouse that night as soon as possible. So hearing the names of the people I was with at that time really got to me. Besides that, though, why was Mion asking me a question like that? I ended up staring at her, unable to answer immediately. Was she asking to see if I had seen them or not? Or was she asking the question knowing that I had? I couldn't tell. Maybe they're dead? Or maybe, or yeah, we'll see. Well, maybe I might have seen them around. I don't know. My vague response was clearly not to Mion's liking. What answer was she expecting from me? There was no way for me to know. Of course I wasn't. I see. Then one more question. On the same night, did you see Shion? My heart leapt into my throat again. The tiny needles buried underneath Mion's words pricked into me. That Didn't you ask me that yesterday? I think I told you that I wasn't sure if I had or not. Did you? Oh god! Oh god! I guess I just thought I'd get a different answer if I asked you again. I suddenly noticed something in Mion's eyes. Something indescribable. Spooky. Tomitaki-san and Takano-san. Shion too. She was asking me about them. It's begun. The creepy eyes have begun. There was no doubt about it. Last night, the four of us stuck into the ritual house. Stuck into the ritual storehouse. She knew everything. So what? There's not really a curse anyway. That's right. Even Shion and Takano-san said yesterday during the festival that there was no curse. And because they obviously know by fact, don't they? And that rather than a curse, it was the doing of the villagers. My blood curdled. Mion was, almost without a doubt, aware that we snuck into the storehouse. It was nothing strange. I screwed up bad flipping on the light switch last night. If Mion had been searching for me, it was simple to imagine that she had seen that momentary light and come to find out what was going on. She was outside. She was the one that was making the sound on the floorboards. Did you really not see her? Why are you so intent on knowing if I did or not? It's not important, it's just that there are some people who are speaking poorly of Tomitaki-san, Takano-san, Shion, and you, Kei-chan. I didn't really hear what they were saying there. Unpleasant sweat dripped down my arms, and the sound of it hanging from my fingertips was so annoyingly loud. Jesus Christ, you can hear that? I don't believe that you were doing something bad. I just wanted to ask a bit about, so I did. Sorry for making you uncomfortable, okay? I found myself unable to reply. My reaction must have made it obvious what the truth was, and yet I couldn't explain it. Kei-chan, you work with Tomitaki-san, Takano-san, or Shion, right? Yeah. I finally wrung out an answer between ragged breaths. My own expression softened a little. I'm glad you're telling the truth. That's good. I'll have to tell them. You weren't involved in anything bad, Kei-chan, so I'll make sure to tell everybody. Yeah, please do. Tell them I wasn't doing anything bad. To everyone. Make sure. Everyone. Everyone. Who is everyone? Okay, later. I'll be better tomorrow. Bye-bye. I won't be so hungover tomorrow. Good job. Well, wait, Mia. What do you mean by everyone? Just then, a freezing cold hand touched the back of my neck. Oh my god, please no. Hey, you're late, Moribokan. How long does it take you to wash your face? Oh my god, it was the teacher. I was taking so long she came out to get me. I'm sorry, I was just speaking to Mion. I turned around, but Mion had crossed through the schoolyard without me realising it, and now is standing at the gate. Come back to your studies, quickly now. The teacher was being insistent. We returned to the entrance. I looked back one more time, and Mion was nowhere in sight. Where's McGeesh? Where did McGeesh go? Katie, you haven't seen well all day. Oh god. It's clearly because you had far too much fun yesterday. I didn't want to be told that by the one who got lost. Your face was all red and you were nearly crying. Oh, Satoku-san. This is so cute when she was so cute last night. My friends did their best to try and cheer me up, but it didn't lighten my mood. Was it far worse than I thought? Had I really done something that terrible last night? Those thoughts remained with me for the rest of the day. Old backgrounds, not like this. Bye, Keiichi-kun. See you tomorrow. By the time I realised it, I was in front of my own house. Michan had a cold, right? Could you have a cold too, Keiichi-kun? Could you? No, I'm fine. I may look scrawny, but I've never missed a school because of a cold. I'm a man. Maybe. That'd be pretty cool if the background style changed depending on like the atmosphere. Both you and Michan didn't look so good today though. Thanks for worrying about me. I'm fine. Idiots don't catch colds, remember? Reina, but I had a cold all of last summer. Oh, I'm sorry, Reina. I didn't mean it. Reina smiled, then waved to me and left. Who? With my shoulders bobbing up and down from breathing heavily, I entered the house. Who? Who said it? Oh, whatever. As soon as I got back in, Mum called out to me. What? Keiichi, I'm sorry, but could you go to the library and return a few books for me? I don't feel like it. Your dad and I have to wait inside the house for a phone call right now, so we can't leave. I need to return them today. Could you please do it? Jeez. Did this have to do with Dad's job? No point in arguing if they bring it up. I guess so, but I don't know where the library is. Oh, you don't? It's a little past Okinomiya Station. Jesus Christ. Just then the phone rang. My parents' faces immediately turned grim. Mum snatched up the receiver. Hello, Maribara speaking. I'm sorry. Yes, he's right here. Then she thrust the receiver at my face. Take it. It's for you, Keiichi. Don't take too long, okay? I tried to ask who it was for Mum, but asking the person on the other phone directly would be faster. Hello? This is Sonozaki. Well, the younger one. Hello. Do you have time to talk right now? What? Who did they actually describe themselves as the younger one? You missed school twice last game. Did he? Oh yeah, he did. It was Shion. The older sister had a hangover today, but the younger made no reference to it. Oh, it's because they don't live in the same place, I think. So that would be normal. Shion, I thought you'd be sleeping in today with a hangover, same as Mion. Well, oh, it's because they both went they presumably both went to the after party thing. What? Mion had a hangover? Ah, that's so like her. She laughed warmly, but Mum glared at me, silently telling me to finish up. But sorry, my parents are waiting for an important call, so I can't talk for too long. What do you need? There's something I wanted to ask you about, but if we can't talk long, I guess that's that. She sounded a little disappointed. What would she want to talk to me about? I wonder. Now I was interested. And how about we meet up in person? If you could show me where the library is too, that would be great. You mean the public library near the station? Yes, that's fine. I go past there on my way to work anyway. Okay, then you know where I usually meet up with Mion? At that intersection where the small path from the Sonozaki house splits? Okay, Chan. Did I not tell you? I don't live at the main house. I live in Okinomiya, see? If we could meet by the ticket machines at Okinomiya Station, that'd be great. Main house? Living in Okinomiya. They explained it earlier, right? I'm not going crazy. They definitely explained it earlier. Yeah, okay. Now that she mentioned it, it always seemed like the Sonozaki sisters weren't communicating. Did they live in different houses? No, they definitely said this, and it wasn't in the last game because Shia wasn't in the last game. Also, now that she mentioned it, Reina said she'd never met the younger sister, despite going over to play sometimes. Let's meet at the station then. I'll go right away. Bye. I set the receiver down and Mum immediately thrust a large pile of library books in my face. 6 volumes of long-form mystery novels. Mum had her own hobbies. Thank you, Keiichi. Be back by nightfall. Got it. Okay, I'm going. I suppose I'd change my clothes and grab my bike key, not bag key. I climbed the stairs to my bedroom. She had been waiting for me already, so meeting up was a smooth process. Well, Mion never keeps her appointments. I mean, honestly. Is he being an asshole, or am I misunderstanding this sentence? Aha, making my sister the standard for everything will get you in trouble. She almost seemed a little unsafe too. Oh yeah, you're Shio. She was drinking with me on last night, wasn't she? Don't try and hide it. You definitely went home from school early. Oh, too bad. I've been at home all day in the first place. I was smarter than Mion after all. True. Hey, I don't think you can call playing hooky smarter. Sure it is. You should finish your errand first. We don't have that much time. We're going to the library, right? Yeah, thanks. My mum had to return some books by today. Is the library far? No, it's really close by. As she said that, we spotted a signboard for the library almost immediately. If it was this easy to find, then I guess I didn't need Shion to show me where it was after all. We rode around a bend, and the building was right there. Shishiban Public Library. We lived in the country, so I hadn't expected much, but it was pretty big. The first floor was actually a government office, so the library was only on the second floor, but it still looked large enough to fit a decent collection of books. What's with this music? We passed through the automatic doors, and wow, automatic doors, that's fancy for a library. And we're greeted by the cool breeze of an air curtain. The cicadas have been loud outside, but it was quite quiet inside the library. No shit, it's a fucking library. The air conditioning inside was keeping the temperature at an ideal level for books, which had the I don't know what that word is. Mildewy. I've never heard of that before. Mildewy. Effect. Right.
Mildewy.
Mildew. Oh, I didn't. I completely forgot that was the thing. Affected by mildew, moldy. Okay. Unique to old paper. I guess every library is basically the same. If there was one difference, it was that people studying for tests weren't taking up all the seats. I was one of those people, but now that seemed like a distant memory. Hello, I have books I'd like to return. The library went through the process of checking them in and returned my mum's library card. Shion was going around the bookshelves with a deeply interested look on her face, like she wasn't the type who went to libraries very often. Wow, look at all these books. They have paper. Oh my god, real people. No! Ah, my immersion. No. Sorry for the wait. I'm all done. Libraries sure are nice and cool, aren't they? I want to work in a library one day. I actually hate that they used real people in this. I'm so annoyed. It's a pretty small dream compared to your sister. Mion would definitely want to be a hard-working employee for an international trading company or some other crazy job that involved her running around the world. Compared to that, what Shion said is pretty heartwarming. Well, we need to keep our differences dear to us. We're not copies. We're two different people called Shion and Mion. Twins have a lot to think about, huh? Still, it sounds like fun. I don't have any brothers, so that's just me and my parents and my house. It can get a little uncomfortable. It's the same for me. I don't live with Mion after all. Oh my god, he has the memory of a goldfish. You it's just like the rewards, the loyalty rewards. You get like a couple every 5 minutes or something, and then there'll be coins that show up, and they're just in the shape of an Osu circle, because I thought that was fitting. So when you see the Osu circles pop up on the screen, you click them. You don't have to click into the beat, don't worry. You just got to click them. And then you'll get like 24 or something. It's not updated very well. And the rewards didn't update properly either. But that's not a problem for now. So yeah, I've got that all implemented. I thought it was just for affiliates, so I didn't even look into it, but it was just an extension. So I got that all set up. Congratulations on level 8, Dada. You've been here far too long. Alright, she said something about that, didn't she? Why though? Sisters living apart is unusual. We were getting tired of talking while we were walking. That's unnecessarily hard to say. We ended up going to the lounge area, which was vacant, and continuing the conversation. I'm going to save up for the mod for a day. Wait, can you actually see it? Wait, hold up. Does yours have 3? Mine only says request Osu map. But it should say mod for a day, request Osu map, and like pick a stream game or something. Do you have all 3? It's fine if you do. I don't need it for myself. I don't know why the hell I'm getting coins. I like to see if I want to see if I can get any I see pick game. Okay, that's great. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know why it's not showing for me. Whatever. I have all 3. Okay, wonderful. It's working then. And you get in 24 or 25 for the when you click the circle. Because it was 24 and then I updated it, but I don't know if it's updated. I just got 24 when I clicked it because I'm earning. I want to redeem my own thing so I can just like request a map for myself. Aha, yes. Leon lives at the main house and I live in Okamiya. Like I said about 5 minutes ago, if you were listening. What do you mean by main house? You make it sound like you're a nobility. Huh, wow. It's just the main house. The Sonozaki family's main house. Mion's a successor, so she lives with Nana and apparently studies all sort of things that are preparation to the head of the family. I'm just going to bet them all. Yeah, I put them there to like trick people because they're such bullshit and you'll never win anything from them. Unless you... Yeah, exactly. I didn't even get to finish my sentence. Mion, the head of the family. It kind of fit her personality, but kind of didn't too. Kei-chan, You moved here, right? This will sound like I'm boasting, but we of the Sonozaki family are kind of personages. Personages around here? I don't know what... huh? Seriously? The worst personages didn't really match the extremely sociable air that Mion and Shion gave off. But from what Shion explained, the Sonozaki family goes way back to the beginnings of Hinamizawa. After the war, they had a bunch of successful ventures and extended their influence to a wide area. The Sonozaki house is a foundation under which the entire family cooperates. Not cooperates. Cooperates. Jesus Christ. The current family head, Grandma, was the one who built it. The entire family would provide backup to help one relative with a business venture. They were like a huge living company. This let them avoid tax-related problems and help relatives' ventures succeed one after another using large amounts of money. They're part of the mob, probably. If you ever go for a walk through Okonomiya, pay attention to the signboards and stuff. There's a ton of shops that are managed by the members of the Sonozaki family, which they mentioned at the start of the game, I remember. Now that you mentioned it, that toy store looked like it was managed by relatives as well. Does that mean your relatives operate Angel Mort too? Even what few shops I was familiar with were involved in the Sonozaki family. It was definitely surprising. The family is particularly strong in finance and real estate. Even a lot of members of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry either have their last name Sonozaki or are their relatives. There are Sonozakis in the City Council and the Prefectural Assembly too, since they had the Okonomiya area giving them strong electoral support. Wait a minute, this is all escalating pretty quickly. Her relatives operate shops in downtown Okonomiya and they're especially strong in finance and real estate. On top of that, a lot of those in the Chamber of Commerce and Industry are relatives and they're evil. They literally... So she said it and then he repeated it in his head. Why? Come on. So then, the Sonozaki family, it's pretty famous in this area. Hi, she just turned up at your course at the library too. Why wouldn't you be? Cameo appearance at the library. Yes, it's crazy. No. All of a sudden, a cigarette-smoking overweight old man interrupted our conversation. Wow, rude. She jumps again. Wait, I know this guy. Of course you do. You've met him like 3 times already. Hello, good afternoon. Are you on a date today? Yes, at the library, because that's what people do. Is that what people do? I don't know. What would I get? What I give to be young again? Go on dates at bookstores, reading together. If you thought we were on a date, then why are you bothering us? Uishi-san, fuck off. Stop cold blocking me. That was it. He was Uishi-san, a police officer. Okay, that was Shion. I was like, he said Uishi-san, and he's like, oh yes, he was Uishi-san. Like, he said his name before he realised who it actually was. I thought it was this person who came to my rescue when I got involved with those delinquents before. People date the library if they're super nerds, but yeah, okay, that's pretty gay. Although I'm pretty sure that happens in Persona, and that's pretty cute, so I can't really talk. Now that I thought about it, Mion didn't seem to like him very much. No, I apologise. I heard a familiar voice, so I came over to see. Uishi-san laughed coarsely, not showing any sign of giving up. As she watched him do so, I didn't feel the same sense of malice from her as I did with Mion. Alright, Brian-san, right? You're one tough guy. 2 timeless Sonozaki sisters, like, oh boy, that would be a trouble. No, I'm not 2-timing anyone. They're both fucking bitches. Jesus Christ, have you talked to them? I turned around, although she does look cute in a cosplay outfit. Or the maid outfit, whatever it is. I turned around to look at Shion and plead for help, but she grinned and maintained a silence. That's not a grin. Her gaze wandered. She looked at the clock. I'm sorry, Kei-chan. I really need to get to my job. Huh? Oh, did you? Okay, she never mentioned that earlier. I thought she wanted to talk. She's really not good at time management, is she? Wait, didn't Shion have something to talk about today? Now this weird man is here though. Yep, I'll see you later. I'll give you a call after I'm done. It'll be okay to call at night, right? Yeah, probably okay. Then I'll talk to you later tonight. I guess it's just something he doesn't want us to talk. He doesn't want to talk in front of Uishi about. She did? Oh, okay, never mind. I don't remember. I thought they just wanted to meet up and talk. I swear. I know they mentioned work, like the library was near her work. I don't remember her saying she had to go to there. Then I'll talk to you later tonight. Bye. Shion left so fast she was practically running. Uichi-san was waving at me with a grin. I felt like I'd been left here as bait so she could get away. Maybe she was lying about having to go to work. Okay, no. Oh. You mean she? Did I not say she? I meant she, yeah. You're quite the big shot being so close to the Sonozaki daughters. You've got balls of steel, kid. Maybe I should rethink how I talk to you. Wait. Uichi-san put a coin into a vending machine as he said something a bit appalling. This vending machine's at the library? What the hell? Is iced tea okay with you? Do you want milk with it? Milk in it? No. I'm just leaving. So yeah. I'll put some in there, right? Here you are. I said, no, you dick. He handed me a cup of tea filtered with ice as I looked absent-mindedly. I don't think I'm obligated to have a guy like this buy me a drink, but oh my god, we're on a date. Oh, wow, I can't believe you started without me. I was only an hour late. Yeah, I know. You said you were going to be there before, and now you weren't even there after. Okay, so little rundown what happened. We went to school. Mion was hungover. Keiichi didn't get any sleep because he was worrying about all the noises he was hearing or not hearing. In the evening, Shion... Oh, and then Mion went scary-eyed. She was asking about had he seen Takano, Tomitake, or Shion last night, and he didn't really know how to answer. And then Shion went home from... No, Mion went home from school. Sorry, I meant Mion, if I said Shion before. Then Shion phoned us up, and then we just met up in the library, and she was going to say something, but she didn't because Uichi-san showed up. And that's pretty much all that's happened, I think. Unless... But they are the same person. Oh shit, you're right. I think that's everything. That'll probably fill in any missing parts. He did get it for me, so I'll thank him. Was Uichi-san just killing time? We didn't know each other well, but he still engaged me in conversation about all sorts of dumb things. When I thought back to how I talked with Shion, this seemed like a total disaster. Oh, and we find out that the Sonozaki family is like huge and like really important and powerful, and have you know, yeah, it's the Lottie Queen thing. And then they have businesses everywhere, and they're a nobility, basically. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. I just thought an AC circle would be fitting. Barabara-san, how much do you know about Sonozaki-san? Other than what I heard just now, nothing. Until then, I hadn't known anything about either Mion or Shion, other than the fact that they were interesting. Yeah, sure. I really did only just learn that she was the daughter of some prestigious family. The Sonozakis are a Yakuza group with this entire region under their thumb. Oh, okay. I was joking about the mob, but that's pretty close. Person's father is a high-ranked executive in the XX Yakuza Association. Did you know that? What? An executive? Have you ever seen where Shion-san lives? It's the very picture of a gang boss's house, protected by high walls, barbed wire fence, and security cameras. If you have the chance, you should go visit her. Oh, fuck. What have I got myself into? She'd mentioned Mion being a successor, but to a Yakuza group. No, not at all. A boy in our Yakuza group isn't the only thing that Mion Sonozaki-san will inherit. She's inheriting the Sonozaki family itself. I'll leave it to you to mull over what exactly that means. Uichi-san has spoken lightly about all of this from start to finish, but what he was saying wasn't light in the least. It was abrupt and unbelievable. If Mion-san... Oh, Jesus Christ. If Mion-san wanted to, she could kill someone in the middle of the street and still cover it up. Not only would witnesses not show up, but she'd put pressure on the police too. Mion would never kill someone. That's what you think, kid. Nah, she wouldn't. I'm just speaking hypothetically. Bullshit. Those tits are good. Hell yeah. Your name, was it? Uichi-san, right? Yes, that's right. Then Uichi-san. Whatever family Mion comes from, it doesn't change the fact that she's the best friend I could ever have, and I'm proud of that. Don't say that to Reina. Oh boy. I don't appreciate people speaking ill of her. I let my quiet anger show through in my gaze as I stared at him. Stare off. Of course, I can never seem to tell what he's thinking, so I didn't know if it had any effect. God damn it, Mickey. Then let me be frank. If Mion-san was suspected of a handful of incidents, what would you think? Suspected? Incidents? You can't just say terrible stuff like that on a whim. This is kind of what he mentioned the first time we met in the first game, wasn't it? Then it would be a misunderstanding, of course. Mion may say some dangerous things, but she's not the kind of person who would do something so awful. Marabara-san, keep your voice down. It's a library. Oh, damn it! Don't steal my joke, you bastard. Oni-san. Uishi-san shushed me, but in the state of a heightened excitement as I was, I wouldn't be calmed down so easily. He's hyper bouncing off the walls. It was that coke he got from the vending machine. Please calm down. As I said before, the Sonozaki family holds a lot of power in this region, for better or worse. So if anything happens, they would immediately be suspect. I'd appreciate it if you understood that. Well, I know what Uishi-san is trying to say. Combining with what Shion told me before, the Sonozaki family is huge and controls everything from Hinamizawa to Okinomiya. Mion, meanwhile, is its successor, who apparently holds strong influence over the entire family. Still, that's all. That's the only reason they're suspecting her. I'm just doing my job here, kid. Not to mention Mion-san or anything, but to clear up suspicious surroundings surrounding her. Please think of it like that. He can talk a dog out of a meat truck. He was the definition of a shrewd, unfair adult. At this point, I began to think, was it no coincidence I met him? Uishi-san, do you need something from me? Oh god, it's like eerie chimes in the background. I didn't notice that before. I thought there's something downstairs. Yes, I do. Keiichi Marabara-san. I want your bar. He answered in an absent tone of mind. Absent tone of voice, not tone of mind. What? He was being suspected of something, and you came to hear from a friend of hers, me. Is that it? No, that isn't it. I came to talk to a friend of Mion Sonozaki-san. I came here to talk to Keiichi Marabara-san. Oh, I didn't come to see. Okay. It would probably have bothered you if I had visited your house. So he's just like stalking me. To me. What do the police want with me? Having realised this faked coincidental meeting had me as its target, my mood immediately turned fat. And Shion left him for dead. Oh, damn. Aha. You don't need to be so tense. Calm down and just answer a few questions. Am I being questioned? Let's call it a chat with a guy who you happen to run into. Wow, he's really twisted it. Uishi-san freely suggested that I relax. That said, behind his eyes was a light which I could only see sometimes that was sharp as a hawk. If I tried to feign to run away, he might actually take me in and bring me into an interrogation room or something. Jesus Christ, I went full autistic that way. I might be entertained. That was an undoubtedly pleasant thought. He's going to take you to his sex dungeon, which just happens to be the shed we were in before. You had a roaring good time at the Watanagashi festival last night, didn't you? Didn't you, Keiichi? Didn't you? Don't beat around the bush, please. I can't do small talk right now. Last night, during the festival... Oh fuck, music stop. Did you see Jiro Tomitaki-san or Mio Takano-san? Oh fuck. Oh dear. I could plainly feel myself given a start. Oh, okay, that's the startle thing, which I've never heard before. Where did I put those pictures? Oh, here they are. Oh my god. He opened a small notebook and removed 2 photographs. I didn't have to look. Well, who knows? I might have seen them around. I don't remember. Who knows? I was asked the same question for the second time today. I gave the same answer for the second time too. Lied to everybody. Oh, you're so pitiful. Huh, your memories are blurry. You couldn't have possibly been drinking or anything. Oh fuck. There's no way out of this, kid. You're on your own. Here too, I got the same answer as I had from Mion. I realised he wasn't taking my fake reply well. Why, is he asking me the same thing Mion did? The dot of feelings I had nearly forgotten due to my conversation with Shion came rushing back in a hurry. We snuck into the sacred ritual storehouse, a punishable act. It was on a tiny impulse. While it may not count for much now, I do feel sorry about it. Community extended vibe by any resident. Reaches me on a drag. Oh my god. I'll ask you again. Did you see Jiro Tomitaki-san or Mio Takano-san at the festival last night? His tone was soft. Oh, okay, I'd misread that. Oh. But there was a dreadfulness in his voice, clearly different from the first time he asked. I hate when they write how you're supposed to say it after the line. I remember that being a problem when we used to read in class. You read the line, you're like, oh, this is not exact. This is completely not how it was said. Especially with, look at his face. That shows he's angry. Come on. I'm scared. That was exactly how I felt. Even if you repeat the question, my answer won't change. Oh, he's losing it. It's like Dumbledore. Did you put your name in the God? I haven't seen that movie. I'm sorry. I don't know that reference. I know it's Harry Potter. That's about as far as I know. I don't really remember. There wasn't any better answer I could give him. I didn't have the balls to say I didn't see them, nor the courage to admit I had. I see. I just thought that maybe I'd get a different answer if I asked a second time. I'm too scared to look Higurashi-san in the eyes. I'll change the question. Where are they? Mate, you have... I watched the first one like 15 years ago maybe, and I watched a little bit of the second, a little bit of the third, and that's about it. And I think I read about one chapter of one of the books, and then I realised I hate reading. I'll change the question. Come, my American. We'll be to the library. Oh wait, we're already in the library, so never mind. Skip step one. It's the fourth. I know it's the fourth one. Yeah, I had the book of it, and I read like one chapter. I'm like, oh man, this is really cool. And then I completely forgot because it took me years to like read a chapter because I'm retarded. I don't know anything about it apart from there's probably a dragon because I think there was a dragon on the front cover. I'll change the question. Come, my Baraka-san. Relax. Higurashi-san grabbed my shoulders and squeezed them as if trying to give me a massage. Oh boy. Come to my dungeon. You'll enjoy it there. Oh god, that's what that shackle thing is for. It's not a torture chamber, it's just a massage parlour. It mostly just hurt though. Still, why would he ask the same things as me on? If he's asking the same things, then the next question must be, where are they? On the same night as the festival, did you see Shion Sonozaki-san? Oh god. I wondered what the sound was, and when I looked down, I saw that it was the unmelted ice in the cup I was gripping in my hands. My hands were trembling, rocking the ice back and forth. Oh my god. Realising that, I hastily put the remaining ice in my mouth and crunched down on it. Oh, you disgust me. Sorry, I may have seen her, but, well, you know, she looks just like me. I might have just mistaken the two. Bullshit. But that can't be. Suddenly, Higurashi-san grabbed both of my shoulders and hunched down to me at a level stare. This must be what it's like to be a deer in the headlights. I want to look away, but I can't. This is the first time I've experienced such a piercing stare. Well, maybe in this game, but oh boy, Reina. Reina's a thing that happens. Mion-san and Shion-san wear completely different clothes, and you must be fucking blind not to realise that they're different people. His voice was harsh. Harsh, the same as when Mion said it. I could feel my heartbeat quickening. When I realised he could feel it through the hands on my shoulders, I got even more scared. What Wyatt and Mion and Higurashi-san both asking about last night? Was sneaking into that storehouse so bad? I shouldn't have let Takano-san talk me into it. Toмотaki-san casually said to check it out too, so even Shion, if she hadn't encouraged me, no, I understood. I was the one most at fault here. Yeah, don't blame the others. I shouldn't have let my curiosity get the better of me. I shouldn't have gone into the forbidden storehouse. Well, he's smart for once. Good job, kid. But they should always wear the restaurant outfit. Actually, everyone. Yeah, especially Ishi. Ishi-san, I think that's our cue to get out of here. A young man wearing a suit came into the lounge. From the way he held himself, I knew immediately that he was Oishi-san's subordinate. Oh boy. Oh, so it is. Closing time already. How convenient. I hadn't realised it until he had said something. The jingle and announcement telling patrons to leave the library enclosed had started playing without me realising it. I was so irritated, so overwhelmed that I couldn't even hear it. Well then, Maribel, we're out of time, so allow me to take my leave. I'd like to talk with you more about this at your leisure when we have more time. This isn't a joke. If I ever saw him again, it would be too soon. Uishi-san followed his subordinate and left the lounge behind him. However, he spun back around. Back to, modern art. Alright, Maribel-san. What is it? Those two questions I asked you before. You don't remember well enough to answer either of them, correct? Right. Just so you know, you saw them all yesterday. You were walking along, the four of you, having quite a pleasant time, near the stone steps. I saw you with my own eyes. I caught my breath and my heart seemed like it was about to stop. What a detestable person. What a prick. Yeah, it's pretty lazy. Oh, that one you mean? I think you meant like just general the arc, like this stuff is pretty lazy, but you know, that's incredible. There. Oh, that's like the Hungry Caterpillar or something. I remember that book from when I was like 4. That was a great one. What a detestable person. He knew he was testing me. We'll meet again. Have a good year. Oh my god, he said it again. I sat there like a rock unmoving until I could no longer hear the clacking sounds of their footsteps. Woo lad, that was yeah, it is. Migichi knows what's up. I was on my way back home. The cries of the Higurashi accentuated that already lonely evening. More time had passed than I thought. The orange of the dusky sky was being chased down, little by little, by an indigo colour approaching from the east. Exhausted from the slow climb toward Tina Bazaar, without even noticing, I had gotten off my bicycle and was pushing it uphill. Oh, that's so jarring. I don't understand any of this. No one had told me to my face that I'd done something wrong. No, in fact, it might have been much easier on me that way. But what happened yesterday really was just my curiosity. It really was nothing more than a quiet prank. No more than having the courage to cross a red light as long as you did it with the other people. I mean, I'd say, you know, walking across the road is a bit different than like trespassing, but you know. Although I guess was it jaywalking is illegal in America? I don't know about Japan. The storehouse for ritual implements hallowed ground, only accessible to the family of the priest. For sure, I'd seen terrifying things that I'd never imagined would be there. Thinking on it now, though, it didn't matter what was stored away. It didn't make the wrong I had committed any more right. Did they say when they were like when they found the storehouse, when they were like invited in, did they say it was like you're not supposed to do it? It was trespassing or. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they definitely mentioned this should. The only people who's allowed to open it is the Sonozaki or the Furude family, or maybe the Sonozakis. I can't remember. What the four of us did, no one seemed to know about it. For some reason, even the police were trying to learn about the four of us. What the four of us did. Did we do something so bad? So I assumed someone died and they're getting the blame for it. Or is this literally just about trespassing? Or maybe there was like an unsolved murder and that Shed has something to do with it. I don't know. Really, it doesn't matter how wrong it was. I did something wrong. It was nothing more than that. And yet, I couldn't accept it. I didn't apologise to Mion or Yuichi-san. All I did was shield myself with ambiguities. I did something wrong yesterday. I set foot in a forbidden storehouse for a little bit of mischief, yeah. I'll forget everything I saw in there. Yeah, bullshit, you will. I won't ever do something like that again, either. I'm sorry. If I apologise like that, would they forgive me? Oh god, that's what Rainer was doing. The suddenly cool evening air left no room for such sentiment. However, as it mercilessly chilled my feet, urging me to head home as soon as possible. In the end, the evening air was correct. What? What does that even mean? What, it was like the right temperature? If I trudged along such an isolated road, regrets would pile on top of regrets, but nothing would change. Let's go home. I'd go home, go to my room, put on my favourite music or something and go to bed. While Rain is watching me outside the door without me realising it for hours on end. That might sound plain and boring, boring, but it's probably the strongest I've felt all day. Oh. Now that I've made a decision, there's no point in dawdling in a place like this. I sat back on my bike. I pushed hard on the pedals. I rapidly advanced forward. I steadily gained speed. The wind was cutting and mercilessly cold, but it actually felt good, as if it was softly punishing me. Oh boy, he's getting into kinky shit. Yeah, nothing ever seems to be a mistranslation. It keeps owning me. I keep thinking like, oh, I spot one tiny bit of a mistake. I'm pretty sure there was one that was just blatantly incorrect. There was like an A missing or something. But whatever. Yeah. I didn't eat much dinner before accusing myself early and returning to my bedroom. My mum called me from downstairs. Keiichi, you have a call? Oh no, it's Shion. It's from the Sonozaki-san. Sonozaki. Was it Mia? No! No! It was Shion. Jesus Christ. I just remembered. She had something she wanted to tell me today. Higurashi-san had interrupted her, so she didn't get the chance. Shion said she'd call tonight. Hello? Is that you, Shion? Hello. Ran into a bit of trouble today, didn't we? Oh, you fucking bitch. She saw him coming. Oh, wait, no, he was there when she left. Never mind. She said it so plainly that I got a bit annoyed. She was the one who left me there and ran. Don't say that. I gave you the signal to run away with me, didn't I? You sat there looking dazed, Kei-chan. I wasn't dazed. All of a sudden, you left me there, and after that, I had to put up with that Higurashi guy for ages. It was at least 3 minutes. Don't complain to me about it. Useless twat, can't think for himself. I can't believe she passed it off like that. She looks just like Mion, and yet inside, she's this different. Oh, how many times is he gonna mention it? I got a little irritated at myself when I realised I was somewhere in my mind hoping for the same reaction I would get from Mion, even though she's a different person. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Next time I'll run away first thing and leave you there. Hey, it's ladies first. Aha. Shion laughed refreshingly. When I heard her voice, I realised that she wasn't really that angry or anything. It was just as she said. The cause of my temper was because it was my own fault for not leaving immediately. They're twins. Yeah. I should probably open. I'll stop blaming it on others. Blame it on others would be... Anyways, you had something to tell me, right? Oh yeah. I mean, if you already know, then it's not something that bears repeating. Do you already know? Shion lowered her voice suddenly as if she was glancing around. I had no idea what I could already know. I feel like I read it wrong. I had no idea what I could already... No, I didn't. Sorry, but I have no clue what you're talking about. At least give me a hint. So that means... you don't know. She seemed to take my stupid sounding question as evidence. However, her voice didn't sound disappointed or exasperated in the slightest. Actually, it's about last night, during the Watanagashi festival. My entire body jolted as if I was assailed by a terrible feeling. Is Shion going to ask me the same thing? Hey, did you see Shion last night? Wait a second. Hello, Kei-chan. Are you listening? Yeah, I am. What about last night? The four of us went in there, right? She didn't beat around the bush. Whether or not I wanted to admit it, there was the actual honest truth, and I couldn't act like it hadn't happened. Then after that, we walked away together, and then went our separate ways near the stone stairs, right? Takano-san and Tomitaki-san went to the stream, and you stayed there, Kei-chan. I went over to see some relatives. Yeah, why do you ask? We won't make any progress if we keep asking each other questions, so let me ask you this question first, okay? Oh boy. You mean, did I see Tomitaki-san and Takano-san last night? Huh? Oh, yes, did you see the two of them after that? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. This is the third time I've been asked this question today. Why? Why? What the hell was going on? Why are you asking me that? No, Kei-chan, I'm asking the questions. Please answer me. Did you, Shion? If you answer first, then I'll answer. My shabby response... He's becoming a prick. How he's being a prick. My shabby response betrayed how scared and spoiled I felt now, after everything that had happened today. Shion didn't say anything for a few moments. Just as I was beginning to think I'd really put my foot in my mouth with that response, she finally answered me. Oh my god, he does have a foot fetish. Of course I didn't see them. He's always been a prick. I mean, he's being a prick like right now. My relatives were with me and they can vouch for that. I didn't see them either. People can vouch for me, like Mion, Reina, and everyone else. All my friends. Now that we knew our answers matched, she let out a sigh that sounded more relieved than anything else. Thank you for answering me, honestly. Okay then, I'll tell you. Apparently, last night, Takano-san and Tomitaki-san died. Yeah, okay. Just to confirm it. Except Riku. Yeah, Riku's the best. Tomitaki-san's not a prick. He's just swole. Maybe that instantly makes him a prick. Debatable. Sorry, Shion. What did you just say? Apparently, last night, Takano-san and Tomitaki-san died. Takano-san was found burned to death. My god. Tomitaki-san, well, it looked like suicide. I found out this morning. Oh, was it the scratchy? I heard my dad talking to a relative on the phone about it. Late last night, a police car on its way back from the festival security duty discovered Tomitaki-san lying in the middle of the road heading towards Oknomiya. He had clawed... okay, so this is happening exactly the same. Oh, not the Takano-san part, but Tomitaki, it is. He had clawed out his throat and died. What? He clawed out his own throat? It's hard to be surprised that there's a second time around. That bright, cheerful Tomitaki-san committed suicide? That can't possibly be right. The police did an autopsy. He did it with his own fingernails. He scratched out his throat so hard that he ruptured his blood vessels and bled out. He died in a pool of his own blood. That's what they said. They didn't mention anything about the people supposedly attacking him, though. What? I can't connect to chat. Is this working? Are you both alive? I can see McGee's. I think it's probably alright. Is the other alive? Hello? Hello? I don't know what just happened. It just died. I'll assume that is there. Okay. I think we're good. I don't know what happened. I thought Twitch might have died or something. Oh, okay. Wait, what happened? The chat on stream stopped updating, but the stream is fine. Ah, okay. Okay. I've never heard of such an insane suicide. You can't just scratch open your own throat like that. I realised I was yelling too loudly, so I lowered the voice I was putting... Fuck. I realised I was yelling too loudly, so I lowered the force I was putting into my voice. I didn't want my parents to hear me, so I switched to the cordless phone and ran up into my own room. Sorry for yelling. So, was Takano-san... Was that a suicide too? In her case, it's a little unclear. Takano-san's body was found in the mountains of Gifu Prefecture. Employees at a rest stop nearby reported to the police late last night that they could see flames in the mountains. The firefighters dispatched they were the first ones to find her. An autopsy concluded that it was the burned corpse of a half-naked female. They initially considered the body beyond recognition, but directly after there was a request for a dental comparison for the XX Prefecture police station in Oknomiya, and the results concluded that it was Amiya Takano. The cause of death wasn't confirmed, but it was highly likely to have been a homicide, since she was in her undergarments and her clothes were nowhere in the area. Rip in peace. Twenders the band. Amazing. The oil drum had fallen over, so it's also possible she burned herself to death. It couldn't possibly have been a suicide. If you're going to die, there are plenty of easier ways, aren't there? This can't be suicide. Yeah, burning yourself is probably the last thing you'd want to do. That's what I would think. It's unthinkable that Tomitaki-san would kill himself too. After the two of us rattled on at each other, there was a silence as we paused to catch our breaths. And as we calmed our nerves, right then I understood what Shion's story actually meant. I think it will end up being Oyashiro-sama's curse. We all did more than enough to deserve it after all. Deserve? You gotta be kidding me. It's not like Shion wanted to see it with me. I just went along with her. I tried to say that, but I fell silent. Nothing would come of me blaming others. It didn't matter how much everyone else encouraged me. I could have put my foot down. I lost to my own half-assed sense of adventure and agreed to go in with them. Yes, it was my fault and no one else's. Shion, last night when we snuck into the ritual storehouse, did you predict things would turn out this way? Of course not. I mean, I thought it was pretty risky, but I never even dreamed something like this would happen. Shion's words were probably her true feelings. She knew she could get in trouble if we were caught, but that was the thrill of this little adventure. It was the same for me. Besides that, Kei-chan, think about it for a moment. Didn't Oyashiro-sama's curse turn out a little strange this year? It was already plenty strange, seeing as how Tomotaki-san and Takano-san died like that. Given all that, what could that possibly be stranger? I mean that they found 2 corpses. Remember what I said? Every other year, one person would die, one person would disappear, yada yada yada. Lewd murder. Okay. This year is the first time 2 people have been found dead. That may be true, but that's not a huge deal, is it? It is, Kei-chan. Think about it harder. Listen, if 2 people die because of Oyashiro-sama's curse, then in order to quell Oyashiro's anger, 2 people would need to be sacrificed. Is that how it works? So what? Tomotaki-san and Takano-san died, so now 2 people are going to go missing this year? Ooh. They've like properly pissed them off. I don't understand why, but when I said that, I felt my spine freeze. I don't think anyone's been confirmed missing yet. I think that those 2 people have yet to disappear. Shion, like me, was obviously getting the same feeling crawling down her back. 2 people have yet to disappear. Shion did as, oh shit. Yeah, I just realised that. I couldn't say any more than that either. A chill crept in through my clothes and tried to wrap into a fist around my heart, cold hands feeling about on my chest. Neither of us could say anything. Tomotaki-san opened the lock and he died. Takano-san exposed the ritual storehouse and he died. If 2 more people were to be sacrificed, oh fuck, then they would be none other than the ones who entered with them, none other than us. No, this has got to be a joke. I wanted so much for her to pass this off as a joke even now. That, though, was such an incredibly difficult and selfish request. I mean, she did, like, completely bamboozle you just the day before. This is beating around the bush more than a zombie movie. When they oh, yeah. If Tomotaki-san and Takano-san had died in a common way, like a car accident, I could tell myself if it was coincidence. Instead, he clawed out his own throat and she burned to death, drowned in oil in the mountains. The 2 deaths were so out of the ordinary that I couldn't possibly dismiss it as a mere coincidence. It was as if, in exchange for sneaking into the ritual storehouse, there must be someone punishing us, some sort of cruel will working behind the scenes. Even so, I didn't want to accept that terrifying truth. If I did, then I would have to acknowledge that that a horrible crisis was growing near for Shion and I. That's why I argued against it. I argued knowing I was running away. Dun, 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 dun. In the first place, it's not even in the newspapers. Such a monstrous incident would be all over the news and newspapers and television. Magazines writers would flood to the village too, thinking it'd make for an interesting story. Of course it's not getting reported by the media. That's how it was in the past too. When the incidents occurred for the 3rd year in a row, there were some third-rate magazines that sniffed out the story and ran issues full of gossip columns about Hinimazawa. He then died. Fearing that the region would develop a negative stigma, they negotiated with the prefecture and the police. Since last year, it became a big conspiracy where no information about the incidents was allowed to be leaked to the media. I heard the elders and the top brass from the Sonozaki family put all the pressure they could on the police. Then you mean their deaths? Are they going to be dealt with in total secrecy? That's how it is. Of course the police are investigating it. That's being performed in secret too though. So I hear the investigation itself is very restricted in what it can and can't do. You could essentially say they're interfering with a police investigation. This story was unbelievable. People died and yet they don't publicize it and deal with everything in secret. If you break it down further, it means that no matter who dies on the night of Watanagashi, it won't go public. That's the biggest pile of bullshit I've ever heard. Kei-chan, before I said how the villagers could be the ones carrying out Oyoshiro-sama's curse, that's what I mean. At some point a tradition was created here in Hinamizawa, where every year you're allowed to kill someone on the night of Watanagashi under the guise of it being Oyoshiro-sama's curse. When someone dies on the night of Watanagashi, it turns into the curse of Oyoshiro-sama. The curse turns into the serial murder incident. In order to avoid exacerbating their negative stigma surrounding Hinamizawa, those incidents are dealt with in secret. That's insane. Dead and missing people turn up every year. However bad the stigma gets, the police have to draw the line somewhere, don't they? You could say that incidents happen every year as mysterious, but the police can get the job done when they need to. After all, the incidents always get resolved individually. It doesn't end up being a string of incidents, you know. It just so happens that something unfortunate happens on the night of Watanagashi every year. Yes, unfortunate. Exasperating. That's all it turns into. Alright, I'm gonna quickly go get a drink because my mouth is really dry again. It'll be like 30 seconds. Hello, I'm back. I'll wait until Migish gets back. There's so many stupid commands for this bloody channel. Oh man, I can reset people's points. Oh shit, I can add points to all viewers. Oh, that's cool. Can I like... Oh sweet, I can add certain amounts to everybody. Okay, that's pretty cool. Welcome back, McGeese. We added a new command because we definitely need more commands. Most of the criminals responsible for the original dismemberment were arrested. The last one managed to get and stay away, but the events were totally exposed and elucidated, so it was in essence resolved. The dam supporting couple who died in an accidental death on the second year, that was an accidental death, plain and simple. They made a lot of investigations into the possibility of it being a homicide, but it didn't turn up anything. It ended up as an accident. It was resolved. On the third year, the priest fell ill and passed away. There was doctors present at the hospital at the deathbed, and they all had trustworthy medical certificates. They even did an autopsy. It concluded that it wasn't a homicide. That was resolved too. On the 4th year, the sister-in-law of the dam supporting couple was murdered. Oh my god. Yes. No, it has to be the first word. You don't have to write it like 6 times. It's just the first one. The criminal was an abnormal man with a history of regular psychostimulant usage. He confessed that he thought Oyashiro-sama's curse was so interesting he wanted to try it out. The criminal died of an accident while imprisoned, so this incident was essentially resolved as well. It's probably got like a 5-second cooldown or something. That's right, none of the incidents had any relation to another, and each was independently resolved. So then, why does an unfortunate coincidence occur every year at the night of the Watanagashi? You can try and say it's a string of related incidents, but they're not related. Yet every year, someone always dies, and someone always disappears. The story Takano-san told me on the day before during the setup. Now that that curse really had occurred this year, I couldn't just laugh it off. And does that mean it will come for us too? Just like how one person dies and one disappears every year. Are you saying we'll be taken along with Tomitaka-san and Takano-san and erased too? My lips had at some point become completely dry, and just saying that was difficult. Shion didn't respond. Her silence, however, was the clearest form of confirmation she could give me. We went somewhere we shouldn't have, but we were just looking, right? We didn't steal anything or take anything out, and we didn't tell anyone that we looked, right? I was already regretting having committed such a wrong. Even so, was it really so bad that Tomitaki-san and Takano-san to serve such cruel deaths? Besides, I didn't care about anything I saw in there at all. Takano-san was the only one getting so happy over it, wasn't she? Takano-san was the only one at fault. I don't have anything to do with this. I'm not interested. I'm not involved. I don't give a shit about what was in there. I knew saying so wouldn't resolve anything. I could feel my cold self in the innermost depths of my heart, disgusted at my pointless howling. However, my emotions had broken through the dam, and I couldn't stop them anymore. I didn't have any interest in any of this from the start, damn it. All I wanted to do was watch Rika-chan's performance. You were the one who pulled me away from that, weren't you, Shion? I don't give a rat's ass whether those two were trying to steal something, or trying to meet up secretly or whatever. That's right, you're the one who made me go in there in the first place, Shion. You were all, Kei-chan, we need to see what's inside, and you convinced me and pulled me in. Why the hell did you do that? I didn't have anything to do with this. What will you do? Wait, oh my god, he's actually saying all this. I wasn't sure if that was his inner speech. What will you do? What are you going to do, damn it? How are you going to take responsibility for this? Huh? Hey, are you listening? This is a Christian. Click. Without any warning, the phone cut off with the soft sound of the receiver being slammed down. Shion was just as terrified as I was. I just said some really self-centered things. My riled up emotions disappeared as if they never existed, and in their place surged waves of deep regret at having run my mouth so irresponsibly. I could try to call out Shion's name from beyond the disconnected phone, but it was too late. Yeah, I never understand why people do that. When they very clearly hear the sound of the phone being hung up, yet they still yell the other person's name afterwards. It's like, no, they're clearly gone. You can't just yell louder for it to like, to bypass the ending of a call. It's so stupid. They do it in like every movie ever. He's panicking, that's why he's being an ass. What have I done? Shion was only trying to tell me as much as she could do about this thing about to descend upon us. As for me, I could only whine like a child about it. I went to call her back, but then I remembered she lived in Okinomiya. I didn't know her phone number, since I declared to Mion that I hadn't seen Shion last night. I couldn't just call Mion and ask her to Shion's phone number. I was too scared. Yeah, I agree, Vigish. I couldn't even call her back. I was stricken with hopeless regret. I returned the receiver to its stand, and I simply prayed that Shion would call me back again. Please, Shion, calm down and call me again. Phew. This isn't Shion. It's too obvious to be Shion. Ringer, ringer, ringer. Hello, this is my bearer. I swept up the receivers, as though it wouldn't go through if I didn't grab it at that exact moment. Is this my bar residence? Excuse me for the late call. I'm Kimashi. Yeah. Oh, Kimayoshi. Yeah. Oh, yeah, pretty close. Yeah, it was too obvious to be Shion. Is this the head of the household? It was the voice of a middle-aged man. All my hopes rushed out of me. No, it isn't. If you need Dad, I'll go call him. I went to put the receiver back down, but the man stopped me hurriedly. Oh, no. If he's busy, then it's fine. This may be a strange question, but is my old man paying you a visit? No, nobody's here at the moment. I see. Again, I apologise for calling you so late at night. Goodbye. What the fuck? I don't know who that was, but what if Shion tried to call while I was talking to him? I thought, bubbling with egotistic anger. Hey, wait. Give it a break, Keiichi, my brother. These are the selfish emotions that made Shion mad at me, aren't they? The more I thought about it, the more I thought about that Shion had given up hope in the short time since we had our conversation and didn't want to call me anymore. Calm yourself, Keiichi, my brother. If Shion does call again, then first apologise in a calm voice. If you do that, then Shion should understand. There should be a number you can ring to tell the last number. Yeah. You can, but what's the point of that? Does he not? The other guy's the cop, isn't it? It's like his partner or whatever. However, no matter how long I waited, the phone didn't ring again that night. End of a chapter? Or froze. End of a chapter. This is weird. It usually like fades out to black, but it's just all black. That just looked odd. I sort of want to stop it there. I think I might. I was only gonna go to about 1/2. Let's read these three and end it there. I like finishing at the end of a chapter. I could do I think I might have another go at. I'll have one more run at Toho or something before I go. I don't want to. Since we started a bit later than normal, I don't want to go too late. Okay, from the scrapbook 6. Yeah, let's read these tips first though. The significance of Watanagashi. Watanagashi are festivals hunted for sacrifices and feasting on them. While the festival itself is remarkable, it has come to be considered a form of entertainment as well. Perhaps it was because of the disparity between being both an egregious act and a form of entertainment that the perpetrators began to believe themselves transcendent. However, I found some very interesting literature that appears to raise questions about that explanation. As with most oral traditions, it's not easily swallowed. That's a very odd sentence, but it does mention a very few things that spark my interest. According to this literature, even the residents of Onogafuchi village felt fear towards this ritual. Women and children would grow pale and tremble, and those of weak constitution would vomit, but it'd say that the feast, the dissection, was an obligatory viewing. This is an extremely curious tale. Until now, I thought that the residents of Onogafuchi village were fascinated by the Watanagashi ritual. They looked down on those vulgar barbaric humans, cut them open like fish, and eating them they reaffirmed their own holiness. At least that's what I thought. Don't snap at someone on the phone, you prick. You do it. That sounds hot to me, that's right. No, clear it. This is a tyranny, not a democracy. However, it was if what the villagers gained from this ritual was not fascination but fear, then that would suggest the ritual meant something entirely different. There's the possibility that the executions were meant as warnings, encouraging the villagers to strictly follow religious precepts created by those with power for their own convenience. Onogafuchi village has been effectively ruled over by 3 old families, according to ruled over by 3 old families called the Three Families. Without investigating the 3 families, I probably won't get any closer to the truth on Onagafuchi Village. You should save up for 1,200 lolly coins, and then you could get a prize. I haven't added too many prizes yet, but you could get a cool prize. I might do I'll do a special one. I should do a special one for Dada. Like when I play Toho, you can redeem 1,000 coins for me to not play as Reimu. I'll play as Mario or something. The 3 families. The 3 families refer to the 3 old families who effectively came to rule Onagafuchi Village. To break it down, there was the Kimayoshi family. Kimayoshi. That's the... No, that's not the guy you're called. Who's Kimayoshi? Do we know who this is? Or have we just heard the name? I thought it was the cop, but I don't think it is. That's like Kuma or something. Yeah, no ban sprees. Definitely no ban sprees. I meant timeout sprees. I might let you purge a couple people, but that's about it. Okay. Alright. I thought that was the cop. The Furude family and the Sonozaki family, each of them still exists today. Though they don't have as much control as they did in the remote past, they still do hold a considerable influence today. The 3 families are considered by legend to those in whom the blood of the swamp demon runs the thickest. The Kimayoshi family. The Kimayoshi family appears to have held great power as the head of the 3 families, but it doesn't have that kind of leadership today. The current mayor of the village, Yoshichiro Kimayoshi, is from this family. Oh, okay, so is the mayor calling? I don't remember that guy. The fact that members of the Kimayoshi family are elected as mayor every generation is thought to be a remnant of the old system. Of course, as no rival candidates appear, it doesn't change the fact that the Kimayoshi family holds the mayoral office even through popular elections in the post-war era. The Furude family. The centre of the village's faith since ancient times, the Furude clan regarded the sole shrine dedicated to Oyashiro-sama. They were worshipped as the only people to represent the voice of Oyashiro-sama for a long time, but the family branched off after the war and lost most of its power. It now consists of only the main house. The main daughter, as well as presently consists of only one daughter, Rika Furude, so the lineage may end in this generation. There's apparently an old tradition of honouring females of the Furude family, so the only daughter, Rika, is the subject of much respect among the elderly in the village. The Sonozaki family. It's said that this family had a certain police-like role of protecting the religious precepts of Onagafuchi Village. Of the 3 families, their relatively weak possession can be seen from putting them here last. Of course, today the Sonozaki family is flourishing, and the state of affairs among the 3 families had completely reversed. Even now, one could say that they are in control of Hinamazawa. The 3 families conferring with each other is similar to the old way. The current head of the Sonozaki family, Oyu, essentially decides all of the goings on in this family by herself. But I need to be banned so I can be the first time at Strawberry's dinner. You've already been timed out like ages ago in the corpse party stream. Unless that's what you mean. A late night phone call. Spooky. Excuse me for the late call. I'm Kimayoshi. Is this the head of the household? Yes. No, not at all. Thank you very much for that. Yes. Well, you see, I do apologise for calling at this hour, but I was wondering if our old man was visiting you at the moment. You've got that right. Yeah. Oh, maybe the mayor was visiting, I guess. Yes, once again, I'm very sorry for calling this late. Goodbye. So, no good? I'm not sure what to do. He may be passionate about it, but he always at least gives us a call. You called everyone he plays Go with, didn't you? Hello, this is Kimayoshi. This is Sonozaki. How did it go? Have you found the mayor? Oh, Mion-chan. I called everyone I could think of, but I came up with nothing. We can't find him. What do I do? Where could he be idling about? I put a word in with a bunch of people who might have an idea, but nobody did. I asked Anna about it, but she said we should get the men of the village together to search for him. At this hour? I mean, it's not like he's definitely gone missing. Watanagashi just happened. She thinks we should be a little more cautious. If we still can't find him, then we'll notify the police tomorrow morning. Whether or not we find him, though, we should refrain from making any false accusations. No, that's what she calls her grandmother. Beyond does. Oro-san said that. Yes, if you can't trust her without hearing her voice, then I can put you on for her. No, that's fine. I understand. We get the men together and search. If we still can't find him, then we'll notify the police in the morning. She'll leave it to you to organise the men. I'll be there as well as Nana's representative. Thank you. I'll get everyone together immediately. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Alright. Wow. That will be Higurashi done for today. I'm going to have one, boom. Second page. End of chapter 8. So we got 9, 10, 11, 12...